Dplayer, direct connect, join server, logging in. Thinking about it.
Hey. So how does it look now?
It says still logging in.
Oh, because I see you on the server already. You're in the house.
Still logging in. Okay, thank you for downloading. Okay, okay, now we're back.
Okay.
It's a little sluggish.
Okay. So yeah, we may need to turn some of your graphic options and other stuff down to get acceptable performance out of it.
Well, I'm not getting any glowing effects and whatnot around the torches like I did before.
Right. Yeah, because that was put there
Whoa.
by Optifine.
What the hell?
What?
I pressed the M key and now I'm like looking right at the sun and the stars and.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Now you
Holy
can use
shit.
you can use the mouse wheel to scroll out and the WASD keys to scroll in. Now we don't know how we got here, stranded somewhere in primitive Earth, but obviously we're gonna have to get back to where we need to be. We're gonna have to find the marathon again, and in the past it should be in Mars. So I think we need to try and go to Mars, which is that red dot you can see out there.
Okay, well I turned on fucking everything. Oh, that's weird.
What?
Well, now I see the flames and the smoke kind of like drifting off.
Yeah, that's because there's some wind.
Space.
So that one of the mods actually provides a lot of different kinds of more extreme weather, including tornadoes. And there's another one that's modified some of the grass and stuff. So you may see like some leaves and stuff blowing off the trees.
Okay, let's see.
And in order to build rockets and stuff like that, we're going to need a lot more resources. So we're going to need plenty of the stuff we've been mining, which is like diamonds, coal, iron, and redstone. But we're also going to need new stuff like aluminum, copper, tin, and lots of other stuff. And we're not going to be able to find that around here. So we're gonna have to travel. So I'm thinking we either want to maybe make some better boats.
Yeah, I would say we should make a ship or something.
Well, we could try and make an airship, actually. But actually, first thing you probably want to look at is under E for inventory. There's a bunch of different changes now. I would say that.
Holy shit.
Yeah. First, click that options button in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen there. And you'll see a screen that says NEI options. And the first tab says inventory. And it will say.
I have NEI plugins. Is that what you mean?
No, NEI plugins should be at the bottom.
Okay, I have inventory, world commands, keybind.
Right. So click inventory.
Okay.
And there should be two buttons there. It says NEI enabled, which is fine. And below that, it should say what mode it's in. What mode does it say?
Cheat mode.
Okay, click it once.
Okay, it says recipe mode.
Recipe mode. Okay, so that's what we want. So now just click back. And what this allows you to do, this tab on the right-hand side, it should say 1 out of 38.
Yep.
These are all the pages of all the objects and blocks that are in the world. 38 pages of different blocks. The text box in the bottom of that screen is what you can use to look up something. So vanilla Minecraft basically uses the shaped crafting, which is they want you to kind of guess at the material and the vague shape of an object to guess how to build something. And once you learn them all, you'll know them. But of course, there are now thousands of new items in the game with all these mods, and it's not really possible to memorize them all. So this allows you to look them up. So for instance, since we want to go to the moon, we're going to need a whole oxygen system. So if you just type in the word oxygen in that box, it will show us all of the equipment that's related to making oxygen. Oxygen gear, oxygen concentrator, oxygen tanks, oxygen mask. The first thing I think we're going to need is a oxygen concentrator, I think. And so if you click on it, it'll tell you how you make it. It'll say that we need basically 4 pieces of compressed steel, 3 pieces of compressed tin, a tin canister, and an oxygen vent. Makes an oxygen concentrator. Compressed steel and tin, we're going to need a compressor for, and it actually tells it ingot compressor. It says 2 steel ingots compressed make 1 compressed steel ingot. Okay, I'm just making as much bread as I can. I've harvested all the mature wheat and replanted the rest.
What happens when you harvest immature wheat?
You either don't get as much wheat, or you get no wheat, or you might just get seeds. So in other words, if you plant seeds and it doesn't grow long enough, then you just get back the seeds.
Hmm.
Okay. Now I don't know if you can see this, but one of the mods actually allows for torches and other lights that you or monsters carry to light the environment. You may have noticed before that, like,
ooh, it's nighttime.
You could carry a torch in your hand, but it wouldn't generate any light until you put it down.
Yes.
But now, I'm not sure if your setup can show it. I think
it works without
Optifine. You can see it? Okay, so you'll notice that...
It's subtle.
Yeah, it's subtle. Well, actually, when it gets completely dark, it'll be more noticeable.
I can see it. Yeah, when you walk away into the dark, I can see it.
Yeah. Okay, but why don't we come down and build a couple things, and we won't spend too much time in here, so we can get back to some marathon, but we probably want to build some useful things before we quit.
Okay.
Okay, so one of the mods I've got installed actually is called Somnia, and what it does is that instead of just skipping to day when you go to sleep, it actually simulates the world. And this can be useful because it means that, like, if you've just gotten a bunch of iron and gold that you want to put in the furnace, if you sleep in normal Minecraft, that stuff doesn't get done any faster. Like, all it does basically is it resets the clock to morning. This mod actually simulates the whole world, including those processes. So what can be really helpful is to also make sure that even when people are not on the server, that the world still simulates. What this means is that right now, if we both log out, all that wheat I've planted won't start growing until we both logged in. Basically, stuff doesn't happen unless someone's around to watch it.
Right.
But if you go into your inventory screen, and in that search button you type the word anchor, you'll see a bunch of different items. One of them kind of looks like a gold cube. It says Dimensional Anchor 960 if you mouse over it.
So my mouse disappears on this, so hold on. Okay. Yeah, Dimensional Anchor 960. Yeah.
And if you click on it, it'll show you how you make it. And it's basically 4 gold ingots in a diamond pattern around a block of iron. And a block of iron is made just by filling every block in a crafting shape with an ingot of iron. So I'm going to give you a bunch of iron ingots. There you go. And so in the craft bench, you can make an iron block just by putting 1 ingot in each square of the crafting interface. And that'll give you an iron block. And then I think we've got some... Yeah, I got some gold. There's gold.
Okay, gold I got. What was the other thing you gave me?
Iron. Enough iron to make an iron block.
I don't see it. Did I get it?
Sure, you should have... No, you should already... It should be in your inventory already.
Yeah, I know, I'm looking.
Iron ingots? No?
Nope. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. Yep. Okay.
Okay. Alright, so use the crafting bench and use 9 of the iron ingots to make an iron block.
Okay, done it. Okay, 4 iron ingots. In what pattern?
No, 9 iron ingots, basically.
Just 9.
Fill the grid, 1 in each.
Oh, fill the grid. Okay.
One in each hole.
No. Okay, got it.
Okay, so a block of iron. Then you put the block of iron in the middle, and you put 1 gold ingot in each of the squares above and below and to the left and right, leaving the corners empty. And that gives you a dimensional anchor.
Okay, dimensional anchor.
Okay, so hold that up. Put that in your hand so I can see it. Okay, cool. So now let's go up to the roof and place it.
Should make these into steps.
Probably. Okay, you can probably put that down anywhere here on the wood for the time being. Okay, and if you right-click it, it'll say stuff like owner, who owns it, chunk limit, and it says area 1 by 1. Click the button that says shape square.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, no. On the bottom right hand, there are also two other buttons. Yeah, go back to square. Square is fine. The green button makes it bigger. The kind of reddish button makes it smaller. So hit the green button once, and it should go, I think, to area 3 by 3. Yeah, area 3x3. Okay. So what that is doing is that is what's called a chunk loader. That's making sure that this chunk, as well as all the chunks in a 3x3 square around this chunk, are still going to run even when there's no player around to watch them. So it means that like when we plant stuff, we'll be able to plant stuff, log out of the server, come back later, and the stuff will have grown instead of what would happen now, which is that like we could plant stuff, log out, nothing will happen, and it won't start to grow until we come back. Okay, so yeah, there are a couple of ways we could try and get somewhere where we're going to have to mine for these new materials and build a base from which we can launch a rocket. One would be to build some better boats, but another way would be to try to build an airship. And airships basically are pretty simple to make. You make a bunch of balloons, and a balloon is just a piece of wool, and underneath it a piece of string.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, what would be easy? Whoa, shit! What was that?
What happened?
Oh, something hissed at me.
Oh, creeper?
I think it's a spider. Oh yeah, there's a spider up top.
Okay. Well, actually, we need string, and killing spiders is one way to get string. It's not the best way, but it is possible.
He's like hiding. It's like hiding under the tree.
Well, actually, spiders don't die in the daytime the way some other monsters do. They don't need to hide in the dark the way, like, say, skeletons do. I hear another one.
In the tree?
Yeah, there's another one over here in the water.
I thought that was the same one.
I don't think so. This one has different color than the other one did.
Oh, you left an eye.
Yeah, it's okay. We don't need it. We got a bunch.
How useless. Oh, I figured you would have planted more cane. I was trying to get sand over here. Oh, there's a zombie brain.
Ah, well, that's another mod I've installed, actually. Oh, good. Got some string.